Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Athletes are human. They're getting paid millions of dollars, but they still have to deal with social injustice and racism just like we do. My man Big Chuck is in the building. Truth Radio. Much love. Support that brother. Hit the follow button on Truth Radio. It's going down. But the thing is, man, what's tripping me out about it is, let's just look at the reality of the situation. If the NBA don't play, okay, I'm gonna give y'all both sides of it. Y'all can give y'all, you got the right to give your opinion. And you know what? I'm over the phone lines. Y'all can even let the world know how y'all feel. 773-797-2409. 773-797-2409 is the number. And if you want to give your opinion, go ahead and go right ahead, man. But I'm finna drop my opinion, man. This your man HRap. This is the End of the Bench podcast on Spreaker.com. Built for this network. We in the building. Now, one side of the coin is this. You got Kyrie Irving and his faction. And they're saying, this is the time in which we have the power. We have the ability to change, blah, 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 this, that, and that. Because, we got the entire world's attention. Once the games start, we're not going to have the world's attention because we no longer will be talking about this, which is a great possibility. It is an outstanding possibility that will happen. Then you got the other side. I'm not going to be dumb enough like the rest of these jackasses to call it the LeBron side. Because the thing is, LeBron James he's been on the edge of this social justice fight since he got into the National Basketball Association. So to come out your mouth and say LeBron James is the sellout side or the sucker side, I'm not going to do that. And it is no such thing as a bad side and a good side. This is just two sides of the same coin. But some guys are saying, look, man, we can fight for social injustice while we play. We could come to the podium every day and say, this is for Mike Brown, this is for Eric Gardner, blah, 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 and then answer questions. We're still with this fight with social justice. And this, that, and the third. What I didn't like was them bringing our elders in it, like John Carlos. Kyrie and the other guys in his faction. I don't know if y'all understand who John Carlos is. This goes back to what Chuck said earlier in the show. John Carlos is the dude that played instead of fighting for social justice. He didn't boycott. He actually came to the stadium, and he's famous because in the midst of the 1968 post-Dr. King riots, in the midst of one of the most racially charged times in our country, John Carlos went and stood out there and played and represented and stood up for the community at the 68 games in Mexico. This is a thing. This is what I'm talking about, Chuck. If they really want to get somebody on their side to align themselves with the fight that they're saying that you should hold back your services, if they did any due diligence, if they did any research, if they did anything in regards preparatory information to get to fight, they would call Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Not only is he one of the most intelligent athletes to ever walk the face of the earth, he's one of the most intelligent men to walk the face of the earth. And guess what? In 1968, when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the greatest amateur player in the history of the world and will die that way if you ask me, he did not go to the Olympics. He withheld his services as a protest. It's biting him in his ass now. This is why Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, among other things, changing his name from Lou Alcindor to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, joining the Nation of Islam, then joining the Sunni Muslim religious section. This is why Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is not lauded the way he should be. But if you really want to talk to somebody about withholding services, that's who you call Mr. Irvin and the faction and the Dwight Howards of the world. That's what you call. John Carlos should have been called by LeBron and his group, his side, or the LeBron side, as the media always pits brothers against each other. And just like the president of the Players Association, I think her name is Susan Roberts, she said, they're not arguing, they're having a conversation. And it takes pure leadership and pure intelligence for her to step out and say that, because mainstream media, Mike Greenberg, Mike Greenberg, King of the Sucker MCs, Mike Greenberg, and I'm a fan. King of the Sucker MCs, Mike Greenberg, he always tries to pit them against each other. So you start your day off thinking, LeBron is not on the right side of this, Skip Bayless and Mike Greenberg, versus saying, look, they have one way of looking at it, and you have another way of thinking of it. See, in my personal opinion, this is one of the major contributors to the discourse in our discomfort in the relationship in our communities. We don't have to agree to get along. If you like strawberry ice cream and I like chocolate, that's cool. If you like sherbet and I like cheesecake, that's cool. You just don't like what I like, and you don't see it the way I see it. We can still be friends. We can still be buddies. You just don't. If you're a Christian, I'm a Muslim. If you're a Jew, I'm a Buddhist. It's okay. But you got people like Mike Greenberg stirring the pot at all times, and I am calling him the face of it, because Mike Greenberg comes on TV at 9 o'clock in the morning. He starts you off with sports talk, and he's always this and that, this and that, this and that. I understand this is sports entertainment, but let's start talking about some factual things instead of always getting emotionally charged and creating some type of fake beef that it is not. It's clear that Kyrie is not going to the side of LeBron. No, it's not. It's clear that Kyrie sees things the way he should see them. Another thing, Kendrick Perkins is not a sellout. Kendrick Perkins is doing the job. He's giving his opinion on what things should be. Now, when we allow Mike Greenberg and others like him to create discourse between us, this is what we suffer from. The reason I know this to be true, this isn't an HRap opinion, this is an HRap fact. Because Bradley Beal and John Wall are best friends. When John Wall's mom was dying 6-8 months ago, Bradley Beal missed the game so he could stand there right next to him. I'm going to say it again. He missed the game so he could stand next to him while his mother was dying. You don't do that with somebody you have discomfort with, and they even openly admit up on the Up With Smoke podcast hosted by my man Stax Jackson and my man Matt Barnes, that both of them openly admit that they're extremely good friends, that they're brothers, but the media at one point had their relationship strained. Now, when Kendrick Perkins is giving his opinion and then Kyrie Irving comes out and attacks him, and Kevin Durant does the same, this lets me know that both of those dudes, they got the 1992 album called Thomas Emotional playing at all times in their damn CD player or on their streaming service, because they always caught up in their feelings. Look, I am a podcaster. At any point, anybody can make a bad comment on my timeline. At any point, anytime, somebody can come in my chat room and say, shut your dumb ass up, or anything. That's just part of the game. When you are offering your opinions on an every 168-hour basis, people will disagree, and you will have to suffer the wrath for their keystrokes or their tongue. I don't give a damn, and they shouldn't either. But this forced our brother Kendrick Perkins to expose Kyrie. He said Kyrie was up with the plan as long as they were going to allow him to sit on the benches and cheer on his teammates. They said, now if you're not playing, you can't be in the bubble. All of a sudden, Kyrie changed his tune. Now he's talking about he's the scapegoat. And then they calling him this, all these names and this, that, and the third. Again, man, y'all let Mike Greenberg put the damn Duracell in y'all back, and now y'all fighting. And then, now y'all apologizing and things like that. But the thing that I don't like about Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, they don't want any criticism, and they're super sensitive and get upset when you say something bad about them. But they have no problem slinging those arrows toward any player. You can't live like that, brothers. I'm sorry. If you have something smart to say about me or anybody on Built for This network, understand we got both barrels aimed at your head. We not taking no leg shots. We aimed at your chest and at your head. We trying to take you down. And that's just it. Or we can have a gentleman's conversation and move forward. But it seems that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant never want to have that gentleman's conversation. You say something they don't like and they want to fight. Look, it's that man's job to offer his opinion. Whether you agree with it or not, it's not important. Now, if you disagree with him, You could be like Kyle Thomas, aka Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and y'all boy Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and never speak to people again. Or you can say, hey man, that's his job. I don't like it. I'm gonna call you like Melo did with Smith. Smith said something he ain't like. Melo called the man on the phone and made the man apologize. Chauncey Billups, Smith said something Chauncey Billups didn't like. Chauncey Billups called him and said, hey, no, you gonna fix that tomorrow. And Smith was forced to fix it. Or it seemed as if Melo and Big Shot was gonna get him to his head. And that's the way you handle it, man. See, all this getting mad at the media and social media beef, y'all just make it look like we can't get along, make us look like a bunch of buffoons. We are not that. We are regal people. We are class act. And we need to start acting as if. It's easy to sit around and say, we built this and we the first to do this and we the first to do that. Well, won't you act like it? We don't have to agree on any subject. But all we have to do is respect each other as human beings. That's it, man. But, you know, when you look at it, the homie Kendrick Perkins had a point. What's the plan, Kyrie? Are we going to start our own league? You can't start your own league in 90 days. You can't start your own league in 90 days. And the question I have for you and anybody else who didn't want to play besides Avery Bradley came up with a plan. He said, hey, man, we're going to withhold our services if y'all don't start making some of those vendors in that stadiums and stuff like that. They look like us. We got to get some of that money, too. Y'all just not going to have a monopoly on it. And he had an 8 or 12-step thing, bullet point program that the NBA had to follow. And that's how you get change. Not talking about I'm going to start my own league. That's like saying, I'm going to shoot that battleship out the ocean with a 38 in your hand. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. So, you know, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, if y'all really, only thing I had to say about these people who tried to shine a bad light on that dude LeBron, because it's easy to throw a rock at LeBron. LeBron is the biggest building in the city. So if you throw a rock in that direction, you can hit LeBron. Even Chicago's own Patrick Beverley disappointed in him too. But if y'all really, what I want to know is this Players Coalition, if you're not talking about health, if you talk about health, I don't have no issue with you, man. If you're scared you're going to die, get sick, or spread this virus to somebody in your family, man, sit your ass at the crib and relax. I will make the popcorn for you. I don't want nobody to get sick. But at the same time, man, you brothers that's all of a sudden socially conscious. Where all this social conscious come from? Y'all been in the league 9, 10, 12 years, 8, 9, 10 years, and all y'all did was wear I Can't Breathe t-shirt. If y'all was really down for the cause, why don't y'all open up some grocery stores in the hood? Kyrie, you from Jersey. Knox, Rocker, Lisa, Cheers. Y'all see the Kyrie Irving after school program yet? Shaq, you from Jersey? I heard Shaq give up a lot of money, but I don't like him no more either. But a lot of these dudes, y'all from all over the country. Why is tell you what, Players Coalition that want to fight Dwight Howard and Kyrie Irvings of the world. How about this? I need Chief Rocker to do a show next Monday and tell me how Dwight Howard opened up a chain of grocery stores in Atlanta. Oh, you ain't gonna do that, Dwight? Oh, I ain't think so. Because you're not really up with the smoke, if you ask me. Kyrie, I need you to be doing the same thing in Brooklyn or New Jersey. And all these dudes who don't want to play because they want to stand up and fight for social justice, not the dudes about health, the social justice dudes. All you social justice warriors out of the clear blue sky, I need y'all to, it better not be uno, singular, unpaid after school program in the city you grew up in. Because you're making $25, $30 million a year. It probably only costs $1 million and a half to take care of. So, if y'all want to be social justice warriors and enact change, why ain't never heard who y'all voting for? Well, I've never seen y'all campaigning for anybody. Help me understand. See, it's cool to call out the dude that's the easiest target in the world. It's cool to call out Michael Jordan. It's easy to call out Michael Jordan like Jim Brown used to do. I was agreeing with it, but it's easy to, again, he the biggest builder in the world. So it's easy to hit him with a rock. But what the hell y'all doing? See, Jim Brown could do it because Jim Brown had the American program. He had the American program. He was bringing Crips and Bloods to his Hollywood Hills home. He was creating peace in the streets. Y'all ain't doing this though. So y'all don't have the right to call nobody out, man. Y'all don't have the right to call nobody out. So until I see a lot of these players